Hello, my people. How una dey? What is popping? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the show. This is the second video broadcast, and as always, you can see me smiling. Positive energy always. Get things going right. You just feel good when you're positive about it. Whether they're bad or not, just feel good. Enjoy yourself. And thanks for joining us again. It's wonderful being here. Today I'm putting on the Zeus World Apparel. This is it right here. You can see another sponsor for us. We got two clothing apparel sponsoring this show, Spank Apparel and Zeus World. So you can go check them out. A link will be in the description of this. And yeah, please do subscribe to the podcast. Do subscribe to the show on YouTube and every other platform that we have our podcast on. It is live and for real. I beg. Help us grow, yeah? Help us grow. We are trying to get this to a live TV show. So yeah, we're pushing it out there. Today's episode, we've got a wonderful, wonderful and special person to me, like a big brother. He has been there for me so long. Even when I had my injury some years back, he went out of his way to help me in different ways. I really appreciate him for that. He has played professional basketball for 9 years and still counting. This is someone that can still go 5, 6 years if he wants to, but we can never say. If he decides to hang his boots now, his resume speaks for itself. He's also the founder of Kelechi Anuna Foundation and the co-founder of the Young African Kings Movement. Mr. Kelechi Anuna, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
See how your face they shine as always.
Beg, now lighting, now the lighting. No be anything, now lighting. I just get better lighting. That's it. But
Yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me.
oh, no doubt, no doubt.
All right, let's jump right into it. Welcome to the show, sir. How's it been? Pandemic and all. I know say no before pandemic, people don't reach Nigeria since.
Funk. Oh, sheesh, man. I'm missing home, guy. You don't even understand, man. I'm missing home. I haven't been home since last December, and it's like, and that was briefly. I was really home May when I did my camp last year.
Yeah.
I stopped in Nigeria on a coding level December. Other Igbo boys will enter East well. So I enter East, enter come out. Then like I was supposed to come back at least 3 or 4 times
Hmm.
between January 2020 and now.
Yeah.
But then yeah, and it stopped a lot of things as far as basketball, like everything, man. Basketball, because NBA Africa, that was supposed to start up, some other leagues. So I was just like, just been, training, started up my training business, as well. It gave me time to do other different things, open up different businesses. So I mean, it helped,
Yeah.
as far as the financial aspect, but it hurt as well. Yeah, it hurt as well.
Feel you. I know you talked a little on the SARS protest on one of your live videos, which I tuned into. So it's been
Right.
crazy over here. And please, can you just give us a little brief about that your experience again?
Man, no. Size. I mean, size is they're a foolish group of individuals at sometimes, man. Like I won't even lie to you, but I mean, yeah, I actually I had a protest here as well. I
Yeah.
hosted a protest in Nashville, Tennessee. So which went out well. We had like around 300 people come out or whatever, so 200, 300 people. But my thought, it depends on the East. I had it,
Mhm.
and then Legos. But the funniest story I think what you're talking about is when this was like 2016 when the ABL first
Yeah.
started. ABL first started. Nigeria was on fire. Nigerian basketball was on fire. Like it
Yeah.
was hot. Like new league. Brozugo came from the NBA connections, started the league. He had players from different countries. Had American players come in on his team. So I just came from my Asian club. He's like, yo, he's starting this new league. I was like, okay, cool. I get to go home. You know, playing that job. So when I came back, I was kind of that guy, that the Americans went to is like, oh, if we need to know anything about Nigeria, we need to go call Kelechi. Even guys from other teams like Afam, Mark Hill,
Yeah.
all those other guys, Mel Goins, they're like, oh, we need to go to Kelechi. So I was like, all right. So, even if we're going out, having an outing, they're like, oh, we know we'll be safe with Kelechi
Yeah.
because he understands both sides of what's going on. So but this is towards the end of the season. It was like end of the season. Some guys stayed an extra 2 weeks, extra 1 week. So we were like, okay, let's go get some food. So I remember Coach Waka, he let us borrow his car for the season. But it's like one of his older cars. So we were like, all right, cool. So it was like me, Brosakin, Markil, Mel Goins, and Tony Freeland. These are Cali boys. All of them are Cali boys. So we're driving. All of a sudden, we were driving on all those roundabouts. I don't they say they don't come with all those roundabouts. But anyways, we're driving. So all of a sudden, we see the size guys. Me and I can did the front seat. I can did drive. So next thing you know, we look. All those kind of things where you're not supposed to look. You're supposed to go. Like, just do your thing, they go. We can't look. They can't see big boys. They can't wave, not as in financially, but as in stature. You
Yeah.
get, they can't wave us down. So, I look at this and God, just hit the gas. They go. So we're like, because we're going towards VGC from Osapa area. So like, all right, cool. They pulled us down. They was like, where's your particulars? Blah blah blah. It's not his coach's car. So
Yeah.
we're like, oh, we play ball. This our coach's car. Blah blah blah. This and that. He said, maybe get down. I said, okay. Everybody gets down. But before we're getting down, we're like, yo, we tell Americans, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Like, just don't talk anything. Just shake your head or whatever. Don't say anything. Because say if they hear their voice, they go, no.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I was like, okay. So they come in, check the car, nothing. They asked the guys, like, oh, you people know they talk. The guy was just like, man, I'm just trying to go get something to eat. I was just like, oh, come on. He said, Yankee? I was like, oh, man, here we go. Long story short, there was, the paperwork wasn't right, this and that. We don't own the car, this and that. Man, and the last thing you know, they was like, okay, 100K.
Crazy.
100K. And the worst thing about it is that Tony Freeland gave the guy his passport.
Oh my lord.
He gave him this guy never touched blue passport before. He can't hold blue passport for his hand. He
What
just saying that gold,
is
extortion.
damn.
It was like, dude, why are you even carrying your passport around? He said, but he asked for ID. I said, just tell him it's at your hotel or it's at your flat. Like you're not a citizen. You're here to play basketball. You want to go to VTC to collect food. That's it. So that thing, I had to take like Markeel. I had to take Markeel and Mel Goins. I had to get wave down KK to go from in the middle of Lekek, man. KK to go from. I think we stopped by Chevron. That they stopped us by that Chevron roundabout. We had to use KK to go to BGC.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the quickest thing. I was about to put them inside down for, but I was like, you know, God,
Crazy, man.
when in Rome, do as the Romans. But yeah, that's how that was, and you had to give them 100K just to get his passport back.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
know,
That's crazy. Hopefully we
yeah,
get to stop that shit in Nigeria, honestly. Really needs to stop.
man,
Really needs
for
to.
real, seriously.
Yeah. Let's get right into it. You played college ball for Middle Tennessee State University and you enjoyed
Yeah.
yourself there. You were a big grand as always. So, what was your experience like playing in a Division One college, and how was it? How were you able to create a niche for yourself?
um, for me, I like it was crazy. My whole college experience and it's different. Like I went the longer route. Growing up, I was a football player. People don't understand that. Like not American football, like soccer.
Yeah.
Like like even when I dress, like I dress like with like I was a football player. Like my uncles, they played in the old Nigeria league on when they like so growing up, I used to hear stories of Nwanyanwu versus Nyemba or all these soccer stories.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite uncles, he came over. He used to go to Europe for tryouts from Nigeria and came to Yankee when MLS first started, back when I was young. That's the American Soccer Pro
Mhm.
League. So he came for a tryout, stayed with us while he was trying out. So he used to train me a lot when I was young. And then I grew up in that, Kocha era, Yakina Mukachi,
Yeah.
1996 Olympics. I was at the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. You feel me? Like, so I was a big football fan, but I like basketball. I love basketball. Allen Iverson, that era. Penny Hardaway.
Yeah.
So I actually grew up as a soccer fan. So, but as I got older, my friends here were like, the guy is a white boy sport. That's a girl sport. All those. Like that's how Black Americans think. So it's like cool. Like those are my guys. So I was like, man, let me just focus on basketball. So that kind of put a delay on what I had going on, because I started playing actual basketball like with rules and not street outside set like at 14, 15.
Oh,
That's late. Yeah.
yeah.
Like I knew the rules, but as far as like structured referee on the team, I was like 14 years old when I first started playing.
Damn.
So people didn't. Yeah. So by that time in America, people already been playing since
Way
age
past
5.
young age.
Yeah. Like some of my friends have been in junior league since we were small. So I had to catch on. I had to catch on fast. So in high school, I was a good athlete. I really couldn't shoot, dribble. I could just run the floor and jump. You know, and jump. So I just started getting an interest on skill development and how to get better. I used to just Google, go on the internet, how to get better. So at the time, by the time I reached my third year in high school, you know, I was a good student as well. I had an opportunity because I took some standardized tests. I had enough credit hours and things like that in high school for me to jump in class. And Nigerian parents, they're like, jump in class, jump in class. But me, they're looking from the academic side. I was looking for the athletic side. I was like, I need another year of high school so I can get a scholarship. They weren't trying to hear that with my folks. She's like, "Guy, go to college." I was mad, but that's my father. I had to do what I had to do. So I ended up going to college early.
Whoa, that's so
Yeah, I graduated high school in 3 years instead of 4.
crazy.
So I ended up but still I was able to find some Division II schools that gave me scholarships. So I ended up signing to a Division II school called Bowie State University, actually.
Okay.
And I went up there for summer workouts and all that before the actual year started. And I just got like homesick. And I was just like, I got homesick and I was just like, you know what? I felt like I was a better player than the Division II school. So I called my AAU coach. He was like, yo, you can come back home. I have a connection to MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University. He's like, they gave out all their scholarships for the year, but he's like, man, you're an academic scholar or whatever. You can get full ride there academically, which I did. I was there full ride academically. So they brought me in, checked my character and all that. They heard about me, but they didn't know, they was like, oh, we didn't know you skipped a grade. Next thing you know, I joined. I joined the team and I had to grind. Like I joined as a walk on. I don't know if you've heard of
Yeah,
walk on.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know what that is.
yeah. So I had to join. I joined as a walk on actually, and I had to grind. It was like a grind every day, like the fast pace from high school, and the kid that just started playing organized basketball 4 years ago. So
Yeah,
Division I basketball, the speed was a lot different. The IQ, the terminology, the plays, but that coach helped me a lot. And it's to a point where I lived in the gym. That's how I lived in the gym, like workouts in the morning, in the after practice. So it was just a grind. And I knew I had to just do what the other people didn't want to do. That was kind of niche I found. Like I wanted to be a great defender. Everybody's not going to score. Be a facilitator. If I need to score, cool. If I can't, you got to do something else. Got to be a big guard. Got to rebound. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was my niche, just to be like, a physical guard, physical that can defend, that can run a team, can score if he needs to. So just more so use brain. But yeah, that's just kind of how that college thing. It was a grind though. It was definitely a grind.
that's crazy. This is the first time I'm actually hearing this. I didn't know you had to go that long route, man. That's something.
Yeah, I did. Like people just see the outcome, but they don't know like
Yeah.
it was a grind, man. It was definitely a grind.
So, you came back to Africa after you played in college. I know you also did your master's. You had your master's done before you played
Yeah,
your rookie league. And in your rookie season, you played in Tunisia. Now, coming back
yeah.
to Africa, what was the feeling like playing in, I won't say motherland, but still it was close to home. How was that experience for your rookie season?
Um, I mean, it was good. It was nice. Like, the thing is, people don't know that. Like, I was born and raised here. Did actually school like jazz. I did like small year, 2 years of jazz in Nigeria. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Yeah. So That's why I feel playing small. They're like like yeah. 'Cause I do JS and Nigeria nowhere. So JS 1 and 2, and then so it's like when I came back, it was just like I hadn't gone to Nigeria since my second year, third year, my final year in high school.
Mhm.
I went home, then I had to go to college. So all through college, I didn't come home to Nigeria, or I didn't, because of sports, off season training, all those things. I didn't have time. So when I signed my first deal, it was just like yeah, I'm back home. I didn't think of it as back home because Tunisia not Africa, but they're like Northern Africa,
Mhm.
really.
Mhm.
So but it was just like I saw a lot of more. I saw Nigerians, in Tunisia. Nigerians are everywhere. So it felt
Everywhere.
good to be like in Tunisia, in Tunis. I saw like three Nigerians just at the airport, doing their thing. I was like, okay, I'm back home in a way. But it felt good though, just to start my pro career. The first team that gave me an opportunity to start my pro career was in the motherland in Africa. So
Yeah, that was dope.
yeah.
After then, you played in different countries. Like I said, you played for 9 years now, and still, I told you the other day that you can still play 5 years if you want because you still day boy.
Right, man. We're
But,
gonna now not God now. We're gonna see shot.
better do make you play. I beg, chop more money small before you retire.
I mean, so I hope so, man. I hope so.
But yeah, you played in other countries, Slovakia, Mongolia, and all these sports. Which has presented most difficulty for you? Maybe language barriers and all this kind of stuff. Which was most
Mm.
difficult for you?
Off the court or on the court?
On and off the court. On and off the court.
I would say well, I can say on the court or off the court first would have to be Mongolia. That was where I played before I left to go to ABL in 2016. I was there. I signed in October 2015. Got there end of October. Man, Mongolia. My agent signed me at the time. My agent signed. He told me, Chuchu,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Chuchu was playing there, so it was some good money. So, but Chuchu had been there for like 2 years. So, when my agent brought the deal up, he said, "Oh, it's a team in Mongolia wants to sign you." The first thing you go ask boys now, like boys wait their ground. He goes, "Say, guy, I'll follow this Mongolia league." He said, "I'm on this place cool." Die. I said, this guy cool. So as Chuchu grow for Nigeria, me I grew for Yankee. So I was just like, this guy never see cold before. It can't be that bad. I was like, come on, playing, man. God, the kind of cold. That's like, it was a cold I've never faced in my life. Like, I landed, like I saw the snow as I was landing, descending. And then, I got my bags. They had a sign on they had like a poster board.
Yeah.
As we were leaving the airport, the little doors open. You see the breeze, the kind of cold breeze. I just turned my back. It was like, nah. They took me to my flat, nice flat. Asian countries, they like to have like their technology is up to par, nice. They live that way. That was good, but the cold. And then the gyms were so cold. I was wearing long sleeves, tights. Like, man, to a point when Ugo told me about the league and about coming in January, I was like, God, for my head, I don't plan on my real, I don't cool.
Straight.
Like, God, I told my agent, like, I'm out of here. Like, anyway you want me to break this contract, make I break out. I'm going back to the Heat. So that was off the court. It's because of the cold weather, man. The cold weather, it's the coldest place I've been in my life, you know. And I'll say on the court, um, I would say like, just being a pro period, it has its ups and downs on the court. When you can't find your rhythm and I could say when I was in Venezuela, that's probably it was a good league, ex NBA players. I was making some good money out there. I had to play, I got hurt. And that was an instance too. But I can say one of the funniest things too, because I think it was before you came on our team. I have to say when I was with Union Bank, who was the
Yeah.
Stallions guy, that thing was frustrating. Guy, like as in no, not even when you came. Like when you came it was a little, even though the losses when Coach I came, but before you came, we had BBJ. Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
gosh. Like, yo, like, and the thing is, man, like this is the thing. you know, when you're based, like I met BBJ first time. I heard about him before as a player when I was younger, but my first interaction with him was in 2013 when I made my first appearance with the national team. We went
Okay.
to China. So he's assistant coach Onowaka with Coach Ogo, and that whole staff. So he was cool, you know BBJ now. So I was like, okay, he's cool. So when Ugo told me that I was the head coach, I wasn't tripping, you know, cool. But he just wasn't my style of a coach, man. It was more so physical, physical, physical. Me, I like to use brain.
Yeah.
Like, guy, move the ball a little bit. He just wants to run, full court press. Like, relax, relax. Like, relax, guy. Like, we're all vets, we're all pros. Like, relax. You gotta
Exactly.
use brain sometimes, you know. So that kind of thing, and I didn't like the whole setup with that. I remember like I don't have no beef with him, but I just remember like we had some losses that we shouldn't have had. He like quit on us at halftime. Like he was like, "Yo, this is my last game. We're getting thumped." This guy called. No offense to my guy. This is even my guy. I remember like this guy called. Like his whole offense was bogus, and I was like messed up in the head in a way. Cause I was like, "Yo, what is he doing?" Like, I try to play the right way. I've been around coaches. I play the right way. If the guy's open, I hit the open man.
Yeah.
If he's running the floor, I feed him. That's how I play. Simple. And he was like shoot over double teams. I was like, guy, I'm not doing that, dog. Like that's not my game. That's not how I play.
Came
Just shoot
from
the ball.
Yankee, and that's why.
You and Philando, yeah, you and Philando, I can shoot the ball. I'm like, dude, come on, come on. That's not how I play, man. If you don't know how to put no system in where we say we guys wrong, get a man open. I'm not shooting over two. So one game, he was just like, I don't know what he was thinking. He just called like 3 or 4 boys from police college when they joined the team. Straight from police college to a pro league.
For real?
And
God
then the funniest thing is, like, he understood, like, I wasn't really messing with him.
damn.
So this guy comes, starts. This is Ugo. Ugo was pissed. This guy comes, start one guy. Even the guy that my boy, Chooks. I don't know if you know Chooks.
I know jokes. I know
You know
jokes.
Chooks. He
Midnight
come
power.
bring Chooks. Yeah, Chooks is my guy. You feel me? Like, after that situation, that's why I come be Chooks. He comes start Chooks over me in the game. Ugo was like, "Are you serious? He's a national team player that's played in so and so countries. You a guy that never practiced with us before."
Uh,
So that was like so frustrated. We got thumped by like 40 points that game. And he quit during halftime. So, but man, it was that was kind of probably one of the most that was like on the court. Like I was like, yo, that was very frustrating.
that's
Very,
crazy, man.
very.
And it's funny that some coaches still go by that kind of motion. Like they just want to run as much as they can, even with the way basketball has evolved so far.
Yeah,
People are just blind to the things that have changed in the game, and it's crazy to see that it's even the older guys that should know better than do those kind of stuff. So yeah,
exactly.
we'll keep growing. Moving forward, we touched on it a little. You coming back to Nigeria and playing in the ABL. That first season, we had a bad run. I wouldn't say it wasn't the best run because I joined in later
Yeah.
on. It wasn't the best run, but it was a very good experience. I want you to talk about that process and how you enjoy playing in front of your own fans.
Oh man, it changed my life. To be honest with you, I won't lie to you. It changed my life. I was already hip to Nigeria. People, kind of knew me in Nigeria a little bit as far as, but it gave me the experience it gave me the opportunity to move back home as an adult. Not as a kid. So it gave me the opportunity. That was the right time. I stayed in Nigeria. That was the longest I stayed in Nigeria since I was a kid. Usually as an adult, I came Nigeria 2 weeks. Maybe I get off season for one of my clubs in Nigeria, go east, chilled and go back to my club. But this made me like gave me the opportunity to let me, build my name in Nigeria, So that helped me out a lot, just living there. So it helped me there on off the court. But then it helped me. It's one of the reasons why I started my foundation as well. You know, just being able to be in the midst of Nigerians, my people, and like see what's going on really. Like I learned the good about NBBF, the bad about what's really happening because as like I'm one of the only guys, I keep born that guys on a Nigerian team, national team that comes home often.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like the only one that I'm not saying the only one, but I'm the one that comes home most often.
yeah.
So it's kind of like when I tell guys and I get like, guys, this is what's happening in NBBF. They were like, well, I'm like, yes, I lived in Nigeria. Like I'm seeing it with my own eyes. Like these guys, this is what's happening with the local league. We got, this is what's happening with the youth. The youth aren't, they're not getting anything. We need to help them, things like that. So, but that ABL process was good, man. I think it was good for Nigeria. I don't like how it ended. I just felt like it's too much, tussle instead of everybody coming together. That could have been one of the best leagues in Africa.
Definitely,
You
definitely.
feel me? Like man, look at all the celebrities that were coming to go watch basketball in Nigeria.
I felt like a superstar over just a couple of
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You come out, the warm ups, everything. Everybody see you play. Like, we're traveling, going out of the country. Like, you really feel like a pro. I feel like in the Nigeria Pro League, like the pros don't feel like pros. Like, how can a small boy come see you? They do this. Like, are you a pro? Like, you see what I'm saying? That league, I feel like you actually felt like a pro. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And it's just. But as far as everything else, man, I feel they had good players. Everybody can learn from each other. The Americans learn that this is African basketball. You guys be tough. And
Mm-hmm.
then, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of the other Africans that came in that league, they learned that, okay, the American style game, move the ball, space the floor, go attack one-on-one, things like that. So a lot was learned in that process. A lot was learned. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I started a lot of things being able to move back in 2016.
I
So,
I remember I think it was after a practice, a certain practice, I sent you a message that you should go hard on me in practice. I don't know if you remember this. Like bang brothers, man. I wasn't feeling like I was doing great at that point. I was like, man, this is the only
right.
guy I can talk to. This is big brother here. Bang me up a little.
Yeah.
Let's get ready.
I remember, man. I remember. No, that's nothing. I always, man. I always appreciated when you came in because you came in with, like a really like a sponge. You get like a sponge, like all the information, whether it's from me or Akin or Philando, like, and then even like from other people on other teams, like you would, you competed, like you really competed. You didn't show any fear. Maybe you had a little jitters, a little jitters for a little bit, but you always, and then that's why I was cool with it. When coach was like, "Yo," coach, like I was like, "Yo, we're gonna move you a little bit off the ball too." I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. No stress, no stress." So I mean,
I,
yeah.
I'm sure you remember this. I think it was the last game. Before the last game, AK sent a message to our group threatening us to pass him the ball.
Yeah, I keep man. I even was I got that fool, man. That my guy, man. I actually was talking to him the other day, man. So yeah, he was like, he wanted the ball badly. I guess he wasn't getting any passes from me, you, and Philando. Definitely Philando's not getting no assists. He's just going up. My boy Philando passes to the rim, but he's a bad scorer, man. That guy's a
Definitely,
scorer. That guy's a
man,
bucket. He's
man,
one of man. He's a bucket,
no problem,
like
no
flat
problem,
out bucket.
man.
So yeah, I do remember that, man.
2017, you won the silver medal with the Nigerian national team in AfroBasket, and the
Right.
last game, the final game against Tunisia, was a tough loss. Now, how did you feel losing that tough one? That was because that was right in front of you guys. Like it just slipped at
Yeah.
a certain point. What was the emotions like in the locker room after that?
Man, it was heated. It was a heated discussion. That Afro basket was a funny one for me personally. People don't know. A lot of some people that know that are close to me know now, but people don't understand that I was hurt.
Oh, okay.
I was hurt. People don't know. Like I tore my groin in CBL
Oh,
in May. In May, like even like people don't know. Like, remember CBL because you didn't play CBL.
yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
play CBL. Yeah, so I played for Echo Kings. Me and Marquio, we teamed up, at Lakers Islanders. But we teamed up together. He called me in the summer. I was like, "Yo, let's team up this year." So LeBron type stuff. Let's team up. So we teamed up. Akin was involved.
Mhm.
Philando didn't come. He ended up going somewhere to a different country.
Yeah.
So I recruited Tom Bush, and then recruited my boy Muhammad that played the Egyptian guy. I played with him in Egypt. I recruited him. Was like, yo, come. So that year we were supposed to win the championship. We went undefeated in the regular season.
I was
Yeah,
mad. What the hell happened in the final? Like,
bro. tell you, I tore my groin. I had to get an injection. I had an injection before the semifinal game because it's like ask anybody. I had an injection. I was doing therapy. Ugo sent. I had to get X-ray, all that. So, but I heard they told me it was just a muzzle pool.
Mm-hmm.
A muzzle pool. I
Yeah.
was like, this will no be muzzle pool guy. Like I know my body. So I had to get an injection. I played. We lost. Whatever. So after that, I stayed in Nigeria for a little bit before I went home, rehab a little bit, but it was still aching me. I was like, let me go to Yankee, get this really tested out. So when I came back, it was probably like June or July. They told me it was a tear in my groin that I had to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Cool, no surgery. So I rehab. And then, so I was going through that, wasn't fully in shape. And then I ended up getting sick. It was like I ended up getting like hepatitis from eating bad food. All this village bush meat, all this thing I was chopping in the east. No, not a whole lot of you. And that kind of hepatitis, it kicks in like weeks after.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up catching that. So I was in the hospital for like 2 days. Like, and then like a week after that, I get a call from national team. They were like, Adamu Musa was like, Kelechi Alpha now. I was like, I did. He was like, and the American guys had already started camp. I heard about it in Buffalo, da 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 da. He was like, how far now? I was like, I did, man. He's like, are you going to Nigeria? I heard you going to Nigeria. I said, yeah, because I was supposed to just go home and chill. And he was like, oh, guy, are you in shape? Can you enter camp? And I was like, yeah, I feel it. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I wasn't really stressing it, but I'll come. So I ended up coming to Nigeria. And this is the thing. That's why I was like, there's so much politics. I don't even think it's between the NBA board. You know, they promised. They said there's gonna be 4 spots for local players.
Mm-hmm.
Eight, eight were supposed to be on
Yeah.
foreign based.
Yeah.
So I guess they got to. This is the thing how it is, and I was just, I talk true. They were just kind of like, yo, we need another. We need some more foreign based players. So there was like, well, Kelechi now lives in Nigeria off and on. He's now a local home based player. So that's how they come use that thing right there. And basically, I wasn't in shape, but I was, as a pro, you know how to at least maneuver. And then that's when Ike first got Ike Irebu. That
Yeah.
guy is like fast as lightning. That
Yeah.
guy is lightning quick. He's
Uh,
athletic, but he's like you. He's a sponge. Like I saw quickly. I said, "God, I know they stock this AfroBasket. I'm not stocking this year. Nah. This is a young, fast, young buck, but he's still a sponge. He was soaking up. This is his first time as a pro, you know. And we went to AfroBasket, and we like Nigeria has so many players. We can have so many different teams and compete whenever. And we went down there and competed. They just threw that to first coach. First time we ever, did anything with that coach. We went down there, played some games, you know, and made it to the finals. I just felt like that finals was like it was just kind of like strategically it wasn't there. We were up.
yeah.
We went 2-3 against a shooting team.
Asia, man.
We should have just kept playing them man,
Literally.
roughing them up. Yeah, and then there was like there was a heated thing between when we went zone, they started coming back. Coach called a timeout. Daniel Ochefu, remember that big Daniel
Yeah.
Ochefu? If you ever go back to YouTube and watch it, the full game, once they start making that running call, you'll see it. The cameraman was in the huddle. Daniel said something to coach. Coach going vex. They were just going at it. After that, the thing going, everything's got that, man.
Damn.
Everything's got that, man. But
Yeah.
that thing was painful, but for the fact that how they just put this team together from here, and like within a month, and we still got silver medal. We beat Senegal.
Mm-hmm.
We beat Mali. It was like,
Top 10.
man, it was that shows that Nigerians we have so many of us, we can just come and do our thing. But it was painful. I felt like we could have came home with gold, back to back champions in Tunisia in front of their home crowd. So
Got the pieces. But it happens. It happens. One of those losses. Just have to live with it.
right,
Um, you talked about this a little. You didn't just go down in details. Your mindset before games or tournaments as big as that. I want to know: is it the same when you play pickups or when you're just walking out and stuff? Because it's really hard to teach the mentality that you have. The likes of Kobe, they have the same kind of mentality, always going hard at
right.
it every time. Now, what is
Right.
what's that process of you getting into that zone for a game?
For me, like I always did this, man. Like before, like a day of a game, like morning of a game. Say it's a morning, I wake up in the morning. Like I have this like that's a stereotype. I have this superstition. I always watch like highlights, Baron Davis highlights. Always. I've been doing this since I
God,
was in college. Baron Davis highlights. I watch it before every game. Just like different highlights. Not even that I'll do what he's doing, but just his mentality. I tap in. He was aggressive, big guard, post up. He could play, he could shoot the ball, could pass the ball. I always watch his highlights. And then, for me, I call myself I'm a workhorse. I like working. I like working out. So before the game, I zone out, play my music, but I like to get my shots in. The type of shots that I shoot, one dribble pull ups, catch and shoots, getting to the rim, post up hooks, things like that. I just try to play in my game. Like I'm not one of the people that be doing 1,000 dribbles, dribble, step back. Nah, I do what I do. I do what I do. I'm simple, use my body, you know, simplicity, man. So that's my focus. I just kind of try to lock in, do what I do, get my shots, my game shots,
yeah,
and just go hard. I mean, everything's not gonna fall, but you gotta, like I said before earlier, you gotta be able to, focus on doing other things other than just scoring.
definitely. And you always do that in every game. You showed me Pepe when we were practicing, so I'm not. And right now, at this stage in your career, you're transitioning into the other side of basketball, business,
Right.
sport, training and coaching. And what's it like transitioning into coaching? Because you spoke on it a little earlier in the show about coaching your players, and how enjoyable is this process for you from being the pro guy that always is about his own workout, now teaching other young.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of. I wouldn't say it's easy but I enjoy it because like you have to understand this era of kids are different. I call
Yeah,
it the YouTube era, the Instagram era. Like we all use it, but these kids, man, they just watch highlights. They don't understand the hard work you need to be able to do this in a game. Like you have to work on it. Work on it. It's not gonna come naturally. So I have to like more so I teach skills, but I also like to teach the work ethic. Sometimes like you can't teach work ethic, but you can if they see like if I when I train my kids, or my high school team, is like I want them to be able to see like, oh, coach can play. Like,
yeah,
oh, our coach can really play. Like he has game. Or, show them like this is how you work out. Like I post a lot of stuff. And they're like, Coach, you always in the gym. Like, I still work out. I'm like, yeah, this is what you're supposed to be doing too. You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
at your age, if I wish I knew this, when I was 14, 15, no telling what I would have been, where I would have went. But also I like teaching the work ethic part. Like, and then use your brain, man. Use your brain. Everybody thinks basketball is not rocket science. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just use it. He said what?
I said, yep, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, basketball's not rocket science, man. Advance the ball, slow it down, change speeds, pick your shots. Yeah, that's my thing. Work ethic and watch basketball and study the game, man. And it's enjoyable to teach, and then it's also enjoyable to see a player that was here get to hear and be successful. And whenever thank you, coach, I'm like, man, that's you. But I like to be a part of that growth. I like seeing that.
And I watch your live every now and then, so I could pick up a couple
Yeah,
of things. You still taught me a while ago, so I still need to
yeah.
get all those chips.
Don't worry. You gonna see me. You gonna see me next 2 weeks. I did that job next 2 weeks, so
Oh
you gonna see, man.
yeah, oh yeah. Alright, we're at the tail end of the interview, so I want you to really chime in into our NBBF situation. Like I know
Mm.
you really know a little about what's going on. What do you think can actually change? How can we get this to change in Nigeria, at least to change the face of the game?
I mean, for me, like I know bits and pieces just being involved with it. I was been on the part of the national team since 2013, and on and off till now. Because once you're a part of the NBBF or national team, you'll never ever be like you can't say you're still a part of it, especially with what I do as far as with kids. Living on and off in Nigeria. I still have place in Lagos, still have place nowhere. So it's kind of like, and I'm a part of the Southeast Basketball Association, which is the Southeast, the Igbo part of the NBBF. Each the NBBF is divided, has their own zonal
Yeah, yeah.
areas, Yeah, so I'm a part of the Southeast Association as well. So, I mean, for me, it's just politics, guy. Just to be straight up with you, politics. Everybody wants power, power, power. They're not looking out for the players who need. And my main thing too, NBBF get their wala, but our players are not united. That's the main
True.
thing. That like we can blame. I told like I know they hold my tongue. I know they bite my tongue. I tell players like local players. I say sometimes you guys are punks. Not as far as physically, but as far as mentally. You don't understand, like, guy, you let people control you to do this, do this, do this. That's what happened with Ugo's league. They will remember that thing. There was a dragon player saying, if you play
Yeah,
Ugo's league, go ban you. Guy, you ban me. I'm the player. You need me. Without me, there's no league.
exactly.
You get what I'm saying? There's no lead. There's nothing you can do. So you want to ban me? If everybody was on one accord, like, think about it. Ugo's league. I could have had NBBF league, Ugo's league, same time, two different leagues in one. Why banning player from this? It's just politics, man. It's politics. It's not supposed to happen. Go to Europe. They have you have a team, one club. Say Lagos Islanders. That's probably one of the most Union Bank. Or say the three Union Bank. The clubs that play Ugo's league, right?
Mhm.
Those could have been like I've been a part of teams where we play in our domestic league, and the top teams play also Euro League. You see what I'm saying? Within one season, they play domestic games, and they travel out for Euro League, or just like football. Arsenal go play British League, they go play Europa Cup.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So things like that, man. I just feel like Nigeria doesn't understand that they just want to hold people hostage, man. So it's just to a point, man, like when it comes, like I believe, like NBBF they have to come together. I don't know if they can ever do that, but if not, it has to be a private situation where somebody has to bring their own league. You
Definitely,
see what I'm saying?
definitely.
'Cause I see a lot of countries do it. A lot of countries do it. We have too many players, and that's just what my thing on them. Like I don't tire for the NBBF situation, guys. It's not even on a personal level. It's just like it's not even me. It doesn't affect me really.
Uh,
It does. It affects my younger ones, my ones in Nigeria. Like you see what I'm saying? Like it's just like other people like this. They don't really care, and I care. That's the thing. I care about what's going on, man. I care about Nigeria. Genuinely, I care about Nigerian basketball. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
So it is what it is.
it is.
Hopefully it change soon, brother. Hopefully it change soon.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I really appreciate you coming on. It's been a
Oh, no
pleasure.
doubt.
Thank you. And please, I beg, when they come, bring one kicks from me. Yeah, I know
Ah,
they talk. I know proud.
nah, no fee, man. You know me now. Like anytime I enter, man, I go show love, guy. Just
Definitely.
I they plan to do one camp for. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk which day I go into. I don't know when you go post this one, but I'll hit you up on your WhatsApp and let you know which
No
day.
problem.
But I go do a camp and I go do one camp in Lagos. I don't know where. Once I land, I'll see if I can rent or see the condition of Teslim. Or they say I come here. They say grass they grow for national stadium.
Right. Just use the sleep. That's the best. Just use the
Yeah, so I go see what's gonna happen for that place. For Teslim, then I'll go where do one or two things. But no pee, man. We go chop, go drink, chill, relax.
as always. As always.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll go
Thank
buzz
you.
you. Thank you for having me, though. Thank
Yeah,
you for
very
having me.
much appreciated. Have a wonderful day, sir.
All right, I'm about to go drill these kids, man. So no pee.
Yeah,
All right, brother.
yeah, bye.
All right.
And that's a wrap, people. Thank you for tuning to another episode of the show. And as always, man, I'm truly and truly grateful. Till next time, stay safe. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to our channel. The podcast is available on various platforms, so you can just Google and check. Flat out, we go more. Till next time, people. Stay safe. Stay frosty. Flat out.